Good morning everyone. So today we'll be discussing about what are the types of intakes. So in the previous slide we have already been discussed what do you mean by intakes or what are the site for the location of the intake. Okay, as all of us know, intake it is one of type of structures which are used for admitting the water from the surface sources and conveying to the further treatment plant, and it is made up of masonry or the concrete structure with an aim to provide a clean water and free from the pollution and sand. And the main function of the intake is to collect the water from the surface sources, and then the discharge has been collected by means of pumps or directly to the water treatment plants. What are the location? The sites should be well connected with the good type of roads, and the sites should be located at such situation where the sufficient quantity of the water should available, and sites not be located in the navigation channels, and the sites should be selected in such a manner where there is ample scope of expansion for the future expansion, and the sites should be located on the upstream side of the town or the city. So this is the location of the intake. Okay, so we will now read about what are the types of intakes. So I have already discussed intake are used to collect the water from the water world from the various sources. The sources may be lakes, reservoirs, rivers or canals. The intake word for each type of sources is designed separately according to its requirements and situations. Okay, so depending upon the source of the water, the intake work have been classified. Okay, you can see here first is lake intake, river intake, reservoir intake and the canal intake. Okay, so these are the types of intakes we'll be reading about. So what do you mean by lake intake? You can see here the diagram. The lake intake, it is one type of a intake where the intake is submerged. Okay, you can see here for obtaining the water from the lakes, mostly submersible intakes are used. Okay, and this figure shows a typical submersible type of intake used for collecting the water from the lakes. And these intakes are constructed in the bed of the lake, which is below the slow water level, so as to draw water in dry season also. It essentially consists of a pipe laid in the bed of a river. Okay, so you can say it as, you can see the diagram here. This is the inlet pipe, and this is here are the some of the rocks. Okay, so we can say that it is a typical submersible type of intake which is used for the collecting the water from the lakes, and these intakes are mainly constructed in the bed of the lake. You can see here this has been constructed in the bed of the lake which is below the water level. Okay, and it essentially consists of a pipe laid in the bed of a river. On one end, which is middle of the lake, is fitted with a bell mouth opening covered with a mesh and protected by timber or a concrete. You can see here in one end, in the middle of the lake, it is fitted with a bell mouth. Okay, and it is protected by timber or a concrete. And the water enters in the pipe through the bell mouth. Here the water enters bell mouth opening and flows under a gravity to the bank, where it is collected in a sump well and then pumped to the treatment plants for necessary treatment. Okay. So it is one type of a lake intake which is submerged in the lake level, and in one end which is in the middle of the lake, it is fitted with a bell mouth opening covered with a mesh, and it is protected by timber or a concrete, and the water enters in the pipe through the bell mouth and flows under a gravity to the bank, and it is collected in the sump well and then pumped to the treatment plants for necessary treatment processes. Okay, this is the lake intake. So now we'll be reading about that is river intake. Water from the rivers is always drawn from the upstream side because it is free from the contamination caused by the disposal of sewage in it. It is a circular masonry tower of 4 to 7 meters in diameter, and it is constructed along the bank of the river. As such place from where the required quantity of the water can be obtained even in the dry period. You can see here it is the one type of a river intake. I have shown here the diagram here. where the water has been drawn from the upstream side and is free from the contamination which is caused by the disposal of the sewage, and it is of the 4 to 7 meter diameter. You can see here the river intake is of a circular masonry tower which is of 4 to 7 meter in diameter, and it is constructed along the bank of the river where the required quantity of the water can be obtained. The water enters in the lower portion of the intake known as sump well from penstocks. The penstocks are fitted with screens to check the entry of the floating solids and are placed on the downstream side so that the water free from the most of the suspended solids may only enter the jack well. Okay, you can see here the penstocks are fitted with the screens. Okay, you can see the penstocks here. It is fitted with the screens to check the entry of the floating solids and are placed on the downstream side so that the water free from the most of the suspended solids may enter the jack well. And the number of penstock openings provided in the intake tower is to admit the water at the different levels. So here I have shown here the penstock. This is the penstock which are fitted in the screen, and the number of penstocks openings is provided in the intake tower. It has been provided. You can see here this is the penstock and this is here the penstock. It has been provided in the intake tower to admit at the different water level. Okay. So now we will be discussing about, that is, reservoir intake. You can see here this is one of the diagram of reservoir intake. Okay, that is a large variation in discharge of all the rivers during monsoon and summer. In such cases, the reservoirs are constructed by constructing the weirs or dams across the rivers. Okay, so you can say it as, these are the reservoirs which have been constructed by constructing the weir or a dam across the river. It essentially consists of an intake tower which is constructed on the slope of the dam, and the screens are placed at the mouth of all intake pipe to prevent the entrance of the floating and suspended matter in it. You can see here the screen. This is one type of a screen which are provided at the mouth of the intake pipe. Okay, and to prevent the entrance of the floating or suspended or any type of a suspended material. The water which enters the vertical pipe is taken to the other side of the dam by means of the outlet pipe. Okay. At the top of the intake tower, sluice valves are provided to control the flow of water. Okay. So you can see here the valves. This is the sluice valves which are provided to control the water level, flow of the water. And the valve tower is connected to the top of the dam by means of a footbridge gangway for reaching it. Okay. So you can say it as, this is the large variation in discharge of all the river during the monsoon and summer season, and in this reservoir which have been constructed by constructing the weirs or the dams, and it consists of an intake tower which is constructed on the slope of the dam. And the water which have been entered in the vertical pipe is taken to the other side of the dam by means of an outlet pipe. Okay, you can see here it is a vertical pipe which has been taken to the other side of the dam by means of the outlet pipe. At the top of the intake tower, sluice valves have been provided. Here you can see the sluice valves have been provided to control the flow of water, and the valve tower is connected to the top of the dam by means of a footbridge gangway for reaching it. Okay. So last we will discuss about, that is, canal intake. This is one of the picture you can see. This is one type of a canal intake. Canal intake is a very simple structure which is constructed on the bank. It essentially consists of the pipe placed in the brick masonry chamber constructed partly in a canal bank. On one side of the chamber, as opening is provided with a coarse screen for the entrance of the water. Okay, one side of the chamber, an opening is provided with a coarse screen for the entrance of the water, and the end of the pipe in the side chamber is provided with a bell mouth fitted with a hemispherical fine screen. You can see here that is a hemispherical fine screen. The end of the pipe is fitted, and the outlet pipe carries the water to the other side of the canal bank, from where it is taken to the treatment plants. And one sluice valve which is operated by a wheel from the top of the masonry chamber is provided to control the flow of water in the pipe. One sluice valve I have told you to control the flow of water in the pipe. It is provided from the top of the masonry chamber. Okay. So these are the types of intake we have already been discussed. So in the previous slide we will be discussing about pumps and what are the types of pumps. Thank you.